I was kind of gobsmacked by how new to planet Earth certain people at the airport were.
The airport has gotten so fucking horrible. Every single thing about it, just because I've had to fly so much this past year, like.
See, and I haven't had that experience.
You're having a nice time on them?
Totally fine. Like,
God.
I've been totally fine with my airport travel. It's the people in the airport that I've been just not having a problem with. I'm just perplexed, gobsmacked, if you will, by certain people that I'm witnessing that are absolutely new to planet Earth. When there is a 30 to 40 year, a 20 to 50-year-old person standing in front of me that doesn't know how to use a kiosk, I want to know how you exist on planet Earth. Everything is done through your phone, which is like a mini kiosk, through an app. And I'm standing online to do like the bag drop off, and there's a husband and wife in front of me, and I don't know, I felt like they were in their early to mid 40s, and they're just standing in front of the kiosk. Like they think it's like one of the characters from Beauty and the Beast. Like all of a sudden the credenza is going to come to life and be like, be our guest. Do you want to check in? Here you go. Let us tag your bag. I looked at this woman at first I thought maybe she's trying to get someone's attention, or maybe she's looking for one of her kids so then they can check in. And then I realized, no, it's just the two of us. And they're just standing in front of this kiosk. The crazy person, you have to treat them like they're the normal person, right? I'm the normal one in this situation, being like, right, you walk up to the kiosk, step one, check, you've done that. Next step is you start inputting your information where it says, would you like to begin? And then there's a big button that's like flashing that says start. Okay, that's step 2. That was a hurdle for her. And so I look at her, I'm like, oh, are you not checking in? And she's like, I am. And I'm like, yeah, the kiosk that you're standing in front of, you can just, that's where you can just do that there. And she's like, oh, right. Right? You needed someone to tell you that the giant screen that you're standing in front of that says like, check in here, that's where you check in?
Then what was she doing?
Standing in front of the fucking kiosk. They were just standing there looking around for someone to help them. And I'm like, the computer's facing you.
Okay, but let me ask you, because I fucking hate the kiosk. I want them to do it for me. And so they'll always try to kind of guide me over there. There's always a woman that's like, oh, right here, it's so easy, it's so simple. And I'm like, no, what's simple is when I go and the lady does everything and I do nothing but hand you my ID.
But all you do is you just type in your first name, last name.
I don't want to type anything.
Oh,
I want to do. I already feel like flying is such crap that I don't want to do anything else. Nothing else is my responsibility. If I paid for this flight, I'm already pissed that I'm here. I'm going to be freezing the whole time. I think that some people are kind of waiting for someone to do it.
For them.
Yeah.
Well, then it's going to be a real long, hard life for you if you're waiting for someone to help you at the kiosk of life, because God helps those who help themselves. So just walk up to that kiosk and type your goddamn first and last name in, and let's get you to Miami, okay? Because I get it. We want people to help us do things. We don't live in that world anymore, okay?
We do, though, because the lady's there. She's
right,
not
but there's
doing
one
anything.
person for 7 kiosks. So you could either jam up everyone.
No. The kiosk is what I'm saying. I want to bypass the whole kiosk. But sometimes the line to get to the ladies that you give the stuff is
that
right next to the
exist.
kiosk. And then there's another lady that's literally like trying to get you to just use the kiosk. And I'm like, no, I'm fine in the line for the people. I'm gonna stave off the robots for as long as I can. They're going to be no ladies here soon enough. So as long as the ladies here.
This is really rudimentary stuff. Like, what's your name? Oh, are you flying to Kansas City today, Mr. Connor? Like, yes, that's it. Let's get to the fucking, Hudson News. Like they just, I don't know. I was just shocked that people were stymied by this. It's such a simple process. And the fact that I had to walk someone almost my own age through this just made me concerned for not just her, but humanity, quite frankly. Like, this is not that hard. It's not. I didn't ask her to file her own taxes.
How funny is it that when you go to the airport, like as soon as you're past security, money is no object. Like I'll pay $30 for the same neck pillow that I left at home the last time. I think I bought like 3 this year because I need the neck pillow. So if I forgot it, I'm buying a fucking another one.
I know people like you that are like, fuck it, a $25 bottle of 8 ounces of water, we're just going to have to do it. I'm like, no, absolutely not. I will drink out of a toilet before I will cave to highway robbery.
Listen, absolutely I'm not buying water. I'm buying a $25 Diet Coke. Okay.
Fair enough. Pay more to kill yourself. The other thing that was wild was when I was in my Uber on the way home, at every red light, this guy pulled out what I think was Angry Birds and started playing a game on his phone. How fried is your attention span that you can't just sit at a red light? It's 22 seconds, sir, that you've got to white knuckle it through this moment and get me home. This was a wild thing. Could you imagine if the pilot of my plane, when he's on autopilot, he's like, oh, there's a new ball sort game. I'm going to try that out. What? Also, can we talk about pilots? I know everyone has made this joke, but haven't the pilots heard the joke? This is how every pilot, I don't care what country you're in, what language they're speaking, what gender they are. We're flying over Kansas City right now, and we're heading a western wind, and we're going to about 45 minutes, and that's it. Thank you so much. Did anyone understand any of that?
No, because we had our earbuds in. We're not raw dogging it.
I take my earbuds out so that I can hear what they're saying. I don't know why. It's so thick with irony because you can never hear them. And thank you for getting on a plane tonight. We're going to be cruising at a 75 altitude. What are you saying? Nobody knows what you're saying. And this is all we want to know. How long is it going to take? Smooth or bumpy? When can we put our seats back and get up to pish? Enunciate. It's maddening. Anyway, I love air travel. I really do. I'm okay with all of it.
But how are you? What do you mean you don't mind it? Like you're always flying coast to coast. So are you getting like the one comfortable seat that like I didn't even know existed? Because I'm literally miserable. I want to cry the whole time, and I'm just flying the 2 hours to my dad's. Like
I love to travel because to me traveling is freedom. It's new experiences. It's seeing
travel is one thing.
People, but the only way to do it, like to me, the only way to fall in love is to go on a first date. Okay, and so people talk about how miserable first dates are. Well, okay. You want to meet someone or you don't want to meet somebody? I don't know what to tell you. The only way to get somewhere is to be in transit to that place. So I have decided to love the process of traveling because I love to travel.
But once you've flown in first class, then you know
how good life is.
How easy it should be to just put these seats everywhere. I want to add something to the Uber thing. Have you ever had I love the Uber drivers that are talking to, they have their ear.
Oh my God, talking to a friend?
They're talking to their girlfriends.
No, I can't.
And they talk the whole time, but a lot of times you don't even realize it because there's a lot of silence. Because I feel like they hate their job and their girlfriend is like there for moral support. So she just stays. They probably both have their earbuds on. She's probably watching TV and they probably chime in now and again. To me, Uber drivers that do that are the version of like that couple in high school where the dude walks behind the girl and she's like walking. Her legs are kind of like in between his and they're both walking. His legs are on the outside of her legs. I went to school with a lot of Mexicans. A lot of Mexicans do this. These are my people. This is why I love Dodger games. I feel real at home. I see it and I'm like, young love.
Memories. Like the corners of my mind. The other thing that I remembered about air travel that's also a head scratcher, I'm on a red eye, okay, heading to Jersey. And I don't give a shit if it's a 2-hour flight. I have never understood this person, and I want to. Okay, I'm here. I'm all ears. Tell me, talk to me. The person who gets on a flight longer than 1 hour wearing shorts and flip-flops.
I used to do that all the time.
I know, and I said to you all the time, you're insane.
Well, I was
but
going
you were
to
just
Vegas.
going to Vegas. I prefaced this story, Natalie, with I'm on a red eye and someone gets on the flight in shorts.
I'm sorry, I have a real bad attention span. I didn't hear any of your first word. I'm sorry, I had my earbuds in.
You're telling me you're going to sit in this freezing cold germ box for 5 hours and try to catch some Z's in shorts and flip-flops? What?
No, I couldn't even do that for 5 seconds now. I'm fucking freezing all the time when I'm flying.
Immediately no. Immediately no.
Mm-mm. Oh, and those seats, barf.
Also, I know I had a hot take on doing like, let's do heated seats on airplanes because I really think that that would change everything for me. How much does padding cost? Not a lot.
Yeah.
You have made the world's thinnest, most thinly padded seats on an airplane.
Courtney, this is what I was just saying to you when I was like, how do you?
Numb.
Yes. That's why I don't understand how you don't mind air travel, because they have gone above and beyond to make it the worst experience. I feel like, did I do something to offend someone? Like, if you're in jail, sorry, you get a fucking concrete slab to sleep on, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. Like I've murdered someone, and now here I am being treated like a murderer in this flight, in this fucking freezer for the next 2.5 hours.
Because I would like to reference my aforementioned point. It doesn't irritate me because it's like the sum is greater than its parts for me with air travel. But I really do think that they could afford to throw a little more padding in there. My ass aches. It goes numb. It's like sitting on a plank of wood for 6 hours. Give me some cushion for the sitting. I need it. We all do.
Because even the business class seats aren't that much nicer, but they can change the entire experience. And I can't imagine that those cost that much more than the regular
The wider
seats.
ones.
Like,
You're just talking about a wider,
I'm just talking about something that has more than just a piece of canvas on top of a cement slab.
Totally. It's like you've put a top sheet on a plank of wood and you're like, they'll be fine.
The cheapest furniture I've ever seen, if I saw that on a flight, I would be,
oh my God, you think you were in fucking business class?
Yeah, like I'm not
Also,
asking for a lot.
What happened to first class? Did we just transition out of... I have to get this bug. It's driving me nuts. Time will tell. It used to be you could do first class, business class, or coach. And now I just feel like it's steerage or business class. That's it. I don't know what first class did to get canceled, but I do not see first class on flights. I mean, 1 out of every 20 flights I look at, I'm seeing a first class section. What is that? Somebody do the research. Chat GPT it and let us know. I'm too tired.
I love how Chat GPT will be like, I'll say, I'm in Canva and I want to use this kind of app to do blah, 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 whatever. And it'll be like, okay, great. Go in here. It'll give me all step by step, like the most glorious. That's exactly what you want in directions. It's like, you'll see this, get the drop down, go here, do that. And I'll go and I'll get to like the second step, and then I don't see any of those options. And I'm going through it for 15 minutes thinking I'm just missing something, or I haven't updated the app or whatever. And then I go back to ChatGPT and I go, I don't see any of that. And it'll immediately, within like a split second, already have typed out, oh, you're right. Sorry about that. They didn't do that. And I'm like, what?
Information that would have been useful to me yesterday.
Well, like, how did you come up with all those steps?
Also, how does ChatGPT work? I've used it before, but do you just go to chatgpt.com and type in the question as opposed to going to google.com and asking the question?
I mean, I just have the app.
Oh, you do it on your phone?
Yeah.
I have the app on my phone. I never do it.
It's everything. You don't have to do dick all anymore. Anything. You don't have to do anything.
I feel like everything I do, nothing is... can they pack the boxes for me?
Well,
can they do this for me?
No, but if you don't ever have to put a single sentence together again if you don't want.
But see, I don't believe that, because when I chat GPT shit, it's like a word salad. I feel like it's like a 8th grader writing a report where they've just been redundant.
I've not had that experience.
Really?
I use it for everything.
I think it's good for spitballing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not like cutting and pasting it, but like you don't have to have a single individual unique thought ever again if you don't want.
Great.
Listen, I hope that you know that all I've done for the past decade is come up with fucking unique thoughts that got me nowhere. My thoughts are all still here on a hard drive that I can now just throw out because I think that ChatGPT already knows them all. Unique thoughts are overrated.
A thing of the past?
Well, they're just a time suck.
Oh, that's depressing.
Not really.
Oh, hold on, guys. Kamala Harris just texted me. Our next
Yeah,
president.
I'm like, Kamala, I'm fucking A, man. You've got my vote. Now can you fuck right off?
Get off my jock.
Yeah, lose my fucking number.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's talk about this, okay? Speaking about lose my number, this segment is called Lose My Email Address.